right, today we are going to show you guys not one, not two, not three, not five, but in fact 4 different halal restaurants we found here in Belgrade, Serbia. And to be clear, we did not search far and wide. They're sort of all over the place, and it's pretty tourist friendly here in Serbia. Now, to be clear, Ivana and I are non-Muslim people, but a huge percentage of our audience is Muslim, including, but not limited to, Malaysia and Pakistani people. So I think it's a common thing as a Muslim traveling, looking for halal food. Obviously, all vegetarian dishes are more or less halal, but if you're in the Balkans, you really want to try and eat meat because most of the traditional food here is kind of meat oriented. That being said, we found 4 different restaurants, the first of which was called, I believe, Zain Restaurant, which is a Middle Eastern restaurant with finger-licking good food, as you can see from the design inside. We did order some Lebanese food, as well as something called Jordanian Saji or Sajia, which was really, really special.
Yeah, that one was so good.
There's something about beef that's been spiced with nutmeg. It's very distinctive and very delicious. And what was interesting was the people in the restaurant were speaking to the wait staff in Arabic, I would guess.
Right.
And then when their phone rang, they would pick up their phone and speak Serbian.
Right.
So I think there is a strong local community of Middle Eastern people who are in search of this sort of delicious, unique type of food. That being said, we were really blown away. Truly impressed by the halal Chinese food we found.
Right.
And I want to be clear, Toronto, where we're from, is, so they say, the most multicultural city in the world. And I don't think I've seen halal Chinese food. It might be the first time I've ever seen this.
That's
the
true.
people working there were Chinese, they were wearing hijab, they were Muslim people. There's a picture of Medina on the wall. And I just love Chinese restaurants, always simple decorations, you know, simple menu, and the food was really, really good. We paid $5.50 for this bowl of noodles, and the guy was hand making the noodles.
Yeah, fresh.
I couldn't believe he was stretching them and slapping them and cutting them and boiling them. $5.50 noodle, pardon the construction. Welcome to Belgrade. Everything's under construction. The city seems to be booming.
Right.
But I will say we were really impressed by the Chinese halal food, and there were lots of people in there who were non-Chinese people. They looked like Serbian locals who just love this guy's noodles.
Yeah.
So far, 2 really good options for any halal Muslim traveler. Although I will say, when you come to a new country, you probably want to try that country's local cuisine, which is no problem because we did find some traditional Serbian food, which was in fact halal.
Yeah.
And I will say it was potentially the best Serbian food we've found so far.
Yeah, that's true.
There's this special ingredient called kaimak, which is known as clotted cream in English. And it doesn't look like much, to be clear. If you compare it to Malaysian food or Pakistani food, it doesn't have this bright orange color and super spicy and overwhelming scent, but really, truly 5-star, amazing food. It's more or less beef and veal with some garlic and onion and this clotted cream. It's so satisfying. When you're finished your meal, you feel like you're just like about to have a nap. It's so filling, it's so satisfying, really, truly delicious. And I think it's in fact maybe more accurately a Bosnian,
Right.
but it's from this part of the world. It's from the Balkans.
Right.
So pleskavica and cevap, both 5-star, absolutely delicious. This kaimak, I think for a Pakistani or a Malaysian would be interesting because it's totally different in terms of, in Pakistan or Malaysia, the food is bright orange and you can smell it across the street. Kaimak is very subtle and it's just about quality ingredients and still incredibly delicious.
So good. Amazing.
So with that being said, we found 3 places already, all of them really, really good options. And we have found one more today, which we will go for a shawarma.
Yeah.
Halal shawarma. And by the way, is shawarma the most popular food in the world?
Yes, I think so.
Every country we go to, the locals will tell you, no, this has the best shawarma. You talk to another guy, he goes, no, that one's good, but this one over here is better.
Right,
you talk to another guy, he goes,
right.
those 2 are good, but this one is really the best one.
Yes.
So we found a really good shawarma place, and of course halal shawarma.
Yes. Okay.
So can't wait for that vertical rotisserie. He's cutting the meat and then making us a big shawarma.
Okay, I'm
That
getting
being
hungry.
said, let's go. So I will say this, Serbia seems to be very tourist friendly for Muslims, as well as very international.
Yeah.
Couldn't believe there's a community of Muslim Chinese people in Serbia.
That's right.
Sort of amazing.
Yeah.
That being said, let's go for shawarma.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Got the shawarma ready to eat. Oh, Ivana, geography challenge. Name where this city is from. You got Beirut, okay, Lebanon. You got Jerusalem, okay, we know this one. Damascus.
What?
Damascus.
Uh-oh. I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know either. I would say Damascus, maybe Georgia or something, Azerbaijan.
I don't know.
Anyway, worldwide, global brand here. I will say this, usually we would eat out front of the restaurant, but right next door, of course, a supermassive construction project.
Right.
Hammers and drills and grinding metal and dust. And so I will say, I think Belgrade is going to be the biggest city in the world in 10 years.
Oh yeah, I think so.
Incredible amount of construction happening.
Maybe not in the world, but in Eastern Europe or
Right.
this part of the world.
Now, you guys probably
at
don't need
that.
me to review a shawarma because I'm sure you've had this before and it's very good. But I did want to say that, one sec.
What did you get though? Chicken? Shawarma. Hey.
One of the best foods. Right?
Yeah?
One of the easiest go-to foods is shawarma. Now, I did ask the guy there, do most people come in, are they looking for halal food or are they just looking for good food? He said, I don't really know, but probably just good food.
Right.
It's not like there's a huge Muslim population in Serbia, I don't think. It's just that it's good food, and so they go get it.
Yeah.
Just happens to be-
easy and cheap
Yeah.
and good and fast.
I will say this. The Middle Eastern restaurant, Zain, as well as the traditional Serbian food restaurant, both sold beer
Ah, you're right.
and also were halal.
Yes.
So they did have their halal certificate displayed, sometimes in the menu, sometimes on the sign outside the door. The shawarma place had it on the counter,
Yeah.
but 2 out of the 4 restaurants did serve beer, which is interesting.
Right.
Seems like it's a fusion of cultures here. We have this halal food, but it's still kind of European and Balkans
Yeah. that's
style
right. Interesting.
eatery.
Yeah.
Anyway, there you have it, guys. So, final word would be pretty easy to find halal food in Serbia.
Yeah.
Super tourist ready
That's
for
true.
international tourists, as well as I think there's a lot of expats in Serbia.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of international communities of people living here.
Yeah, I think so. And visitors. Maybe from Bosnia too, visitors. I don't know.
Bosnia has more Muslim population,
Yeah.
so maybe they're sort of sharing. I will say I got the small chicken because at least 4 of my friends have commented that my belly is getting bigger. So did not go for the large chicken.
All right. There you have it.
There you have it, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah, and by the way, there are many shawarma places in the city, throughout the city, and most of them are halal. So,
It's so good.
yeah.
It's so easy to eat. It's so handy. Delicious. Can't beat it.
Yeah.
There you have it, guys. Thanks for watching.
All right. Let's eat.
See you later.
Cheers.